everybody, I'm Daphne and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video about how much I can see and the medication that I use so I can keep my condition stable. As I said before, as I have said in the previous video, if you haven't watched it, you should go and watch it. It's called My Vision Impairment and How It Affected Me both practically and emotionally. I will try to link it, but because I've never done this successfully before, I'm not sure I'll succeed. But I'll try to have the link down in the description box below. But if you don't find it there, it means I didn't manage to do it. Or if you do find it there, it's either gonna work or it's not gonna work. I don't know exactly what happens, but I haven't successfully managed to do it. But I will try to. But if I don't, you can go into my channel and you can find it. I just told you what it's called. So you can have an idea of what my condition is. It's called retinopathy of prematurity. And I'm going to tell you what I can see and how I see and all that. But before I give you the idea on that, I wanted to tell you two things that happened to me today. And I think they're a bit funny, so I want to share them with you. I can give you an idea on how it is to be visually impaired and stuff, but the funny side of it. So the first thing that happened was we have ice cream, which is, in a tub and all that. And I went to get some ice cream. I hadn't noticed because I thin paper that's on top of the lid to burn it, so it can keep it better, cooled better. It's better kept when it has a paper on top of it. I don't know exactly what the issue is there, but I hadn't seen it, and I took my spoon. I was trying to take the ice cream out, and I was like, why isn't it coming out? Is it so frozen that it's not coming out? And then I realized as I put my hand there that there was the paper there. That's why it didn't come out. I was like, oh, okay. And so I had to take the paper out, and then I could take the ice cream. But until I realized that, I was laughing at myself, like, okay, you hadn't realized, hello, you should have checked before, when you started trying with the spoon to get the ice cream out. But no. Anyway. And the second thing that happened to me is I was trying to put some lipstick on some lip gloss on because my lips are really dry. It's quite hot today. And as I was trying to put it on, it's like this. Let me show you. It's this here. And you take off the cap, and it's, like the shape of... Let me show you it. Okay. So it's this kind of shape. I don't know if you guys... Oh, here. I don't know if you can see it, but here it is. And as I was trying to put it on, a lot of it came out, and I had lipstick all over my face. And I was trying to fix it. It must have looked so funny because I was with my mom, and she was looking at me, she was laughing. She was trying to help me get it all cleared up. It was so funny. It's too bad I didn't have the camera on so I can show you. Anyway, and with all that, I'm just gonna get the cap back on, hopefully, without making a mess of everything. Well, hold on. So my topic today is going to be about how much I can see and what medication I use. So from my right eye, I only have very limited shadow and light perception, which means that when I close my left eye, which is the one that I can see a bit, I can see with my hand here. I can understand that there's something blocking the light, and I can understand the movement of my hand, but only from very close up. I mean, if it's further away, I can't understand. All I can tell a bit further away is that there's light or no light. I mean, if there's light, I can tell there's a bit of light, and if there isn't any light, it's just dark. I guess I don't know how to explain it, and that's the best way I can explain it, basically. And on my left eye, which is the one I can see a bit. I can see shapes of things. I can see colors that are very bright. I can see different colors. I can make make different contrasts. Like I can see black with red letters, for example, or black with the white letters. I can't see white on white though, or black on black. I can't recognize dark colors very easily. I get confused between black and blue, or gray, or um, dark green with different kinds of dark shades of red and all that. They're harder for me to understand. Um, I can see people's figures, but I can't see the details of their face. So if you say hi to me from far away, you don't tell me who you are, I won't recognize you. Or if you talk to me from far away, I won't know who you are unless I know you very well and I can recognize your voice. And if there's not a lot of noise where we are, it would be easier for me to recognize the voice. But in most cases, I can't understand who it is. So they don't come up to me and say, "Hey, Daphne, hi, I'm, I don't know, Sophia," or I'm, I don't know, George, whoever. I won't understand who it is if they don't come up and tell me who it is. Um, so sometimes I have been, people have, because they don't understand this is one of the misconceptions that exist, that if you're blind or visually impaired, they don't understand the difference. They think that if you're blind, they think that there's only two things. You're either blind, which means you can't see anything, or you're sighted, where you can see normally. Well, no, there are many facets to visual impairment, and most of the people who are visually impaired are not completely blind. They do have some light or shadow perception. So only 90. So there's only 10%. If we put like 100%, that people if we put 100%, only only 10% of those people who are completely blind. They can't see anything at all. It's all black, and it's not completely black from what they've told me. It's like this grayish hue. um and 90% of the people do have some sight left, where there's just shadow or light perception or more things. It depends on the disease, on the condition that each person has, and you can have the same disease, the same condition, but you can have a different percentage of sight. For example, I know a person who has the same exact condition as me, but he has more sight than what I do, and his condition has remained stable throughout the years, whereas my condition has deteriorated through the years until I got my retina detachment when I was 25 years old, and from then on I've lost a large percentage of my sight, uh, and I can also, another thing that I can see um, is, how can you explain it? I see these flashes of light, which is like a camera flash, kind of. They come and they go, and they're either the blue that the flash of the camera has, or white. But I don't have them all the time. And what I see more often is like little dots that keep on flashing, like Christmas lights, if you can say that, I guess. And it's like Christmas all year round for me. But even, and they make my vision not blurry, but not very clear either. It's kind of difficult to explain. I think that's the best way I can explain it. And it's like trying to see, if you've ever tried to see the sun, and then you have these little things that come up, keep blinking and things. It's kind of like that, but on a more permanent basis. Other times, depending on how tired I am, or if I've over exceeded myself, or if I'm not so tired, I can see better or worse. It depends on the day, depends on how It depends on the lighting of the day, if it's a cloudy day or a sunny day. The light helps me on the one hand, but on the other hand, it tires my eye and it makes me uh, causes pain after some time. So it's called photophobia. Um, what else can I tell you? And other times, um, my sight is a bit clearer if I'm more rested, or depends on the circumstances. Sometimes it's worse. It's more. I can see the lights. These flashes more. Um, they're more common and they're there all the time. Other times they're not. It's when my vision is clearer, I kind of like ignore them and I can see kind of better. It's difficult to explain. Also another thing that I have is that I don't have peripheral vision. I only have central vision, which means I can only see like in front of me. And if I want to see what's, for example, on my on my left hand side, I can only see until for example where my hand is here, and then if I want to see further there I have to turn my head and I can see that there's the cupboard there and stuff. And if I want to see on my right side, which I can see nothing apart from what I told you, can kind of see shadows and light, I have to turn my head to see that there's the light there, or there's the my dresser and stuff like that. So I only have central vision mostly. um What else can I tell you? I don't know if this is making any sense for people who are sighted, but I'm trying to do the best I can. Um, what else can I? Yeah, I guess that's the basic idea of what I can see. I can the great picture, the big picture. I can't see the details. For example, I can see the sky if it's blue. I can see the sea. I can see the sunrise or the sunset because it makes all these nice colors. I can see those things. I can see the trees. But I can't see, for example, people's faces, or I can't see the ground in front of me if it has bumps, or if it has holes, or if it's not even, or if it's uneven and all that. That's why I use a cane. At night, I can't see. I'm almost completely blind. All I can see are the lights. Either they're the traffic lights, or the lights that the buildings have, or the lights that are in parks and all that. Yeah. So in order to so that's the best idea I can give you for what I can say. I hope I was um, comprehensive enough. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me anything you want. Now I take drops so I can keep the pressure of my eye stable, because after I had my operation, I kept on having my pressure of my eye going up, which can cause a lot of damage. Further damage to my eye can have hemorrhages and further loss of my internal hemorrhaging and further loss of my sight. So it's very important to keep my pressure at normal numbers. So I use drops for this. This is the first drop that I use, and then I use this drop as well. And these two drops I take every day. I take in the morning and at night, but additionally during the night I also take this drop as well. So I take these three during the night, and this one here is very heavy. It causes you to be tired and sleepy, and that's why you only take it at night. And also you mustn't have any conditions with your heart, because it's very strong. Even though you only put very little in it, it doesn't matter. You only put drops in it in your eye and stuff, it doesn't matter, because it'll cause damage if you have heart issues. So these medications are quite strong, but it's the only thing that I can take to help me keep my situation stable. And that's what I do. And I also, if I can find it, here they are. I use these, which are little, they have this gel-like it's water basically in a form of gel, which I usually use. I usually take these when my eyes feel that they're lacking moisture. So and when that happens, they feel very painful, and because the medication that I take causes my eyes to be dried up from moisture and all that, I use these to help my eyes not be so, to be more, hydrated, if you can call it that, because otherwise it's very painful, and they burn, and they, itch and all that. So that's why I use these to help me with that condition. And also when I'm very tired, I use these. Helps my eyes feel better, with less pain and all that. It helps you with the pain in general. So that's what else. And then of course you have to be careful. You have to keep very healthy, and you mustn't smoke or drink, which I don't do any of those things anyway. I mean drink alcohol, and I don't smoke either cigarettes. So I do the best I can so I can, maintain what I have. And yeah, I guess that's all I have for you now. I hope this video was interesting. I hope you liked it. Please press like because it helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. Press the notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. Share this video. Feel free to share it anywhere you want. And that also I'll have in the description box the links to all my social media. Anyway, with all that being said, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.